I want to start a series talking about something that we all think about at some point, and it definitely is financial planners. This is something that it's our job to help our physicians prepare for, but it's this concept of retirement. What is retirement even these days? I think during this quarantine, we get a little bit of a taste of retirement in a sense, but seriously, if there's a description for retirement, I don't think I've ever heard the same one twice. And I've talked to thousands of people over the years, both sitting at our conference table or over Zoom or in workshops or on the phone, and just talking about this concept of retirement. What is it? And is it as important as people make it out to be? Do we put too much stock into it? How do we define retirement? I think for our purposes, when I talk to doctors, I always have to back up and talk a little bit more about personal values, what's important to you, because that's going to help you paint your retirement picture. And I want to get the point across today that retirement doesn't have to look like what your neighbor's retirement looks like, or your attending's retirement picture looks like, or anybody else. Retirement is your own concept, is your own dream. And retirement could be working until you're dead, and there's nothing wrong with that. Retirement could be stopping work as soon as you possibly can. Some of you guys probably follow the Physician on Fire. FIRE stands for Financially Independent, Retire Early. And that's a concept that certainly has some value to it as well. There's no judgment on any of those, but you have to ask yourself the question, what's important to you? If time is the most important thing in the world to you, well then maybe your passion, your priority should be on retiring early and having more time to do things like travel, spend time with family, see kids, all those kinds of things. If your priority is on pursuing your career and pursuing your vocation and that's a calling for you, then maybe you do retire or work as long as you want to, and you retire at 70 or 80 or as late as you possibly can. All I'm trying to say is retirement is a very vague concept and vague word, and you have to start, if you're working with a financial planner especially, make sure they're asking you the question, what's important to you? We ask our physicians the question, what's important to you about money? And when they ask that question, it leads us down a trail and down a roadmap, down a conversation that eventually gets us to the point where we can help them articulate their picture of retirement. But especially if I'm talking to you residents, that's a hard concept to picture. So you should always be asking yourself the question, what's important to me about this moment in life, about my money, my job, my family? What's important to me about this thing we call finances? What does it help me to do really? What's the end goal here? Stephen Covey said with 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, begin with the end in mind. And that way every decision will be based on truly what's important to you. So hopefully that gives you some food for thought. This is John from Financial MD with another Didactic Minute. We'll see you next time.